Hello everybody, I'm Alex the Handyman, and today we're gonna fix a 1311-102 White Rodgers Zone Valve. And this is a 102 that's for a three-quarter copper pipe, and this is on a hydronic unit. The valve is leaking and it's not working anymore, so we're gonna replace it. Okay, so we are here at the thermostat. Now this thermostat is a special thermostat because it's a 3-wire thermostat. It has a red, a white, and a green wire, and they're labeled 4, 5, and 6. So those goes to the valve, to the 4, 5, and 6. So I'm gonna show you. So right now we are not calling for heat, so we're gonna call for heat, and you're gonna hear the valve, the motor of the valve turning. Can you hear that? Right now the valve is turning to the left, clockwise. And then when it's fully open, you're gonna see the red color on the dial. So look at that, the red color. You see the red color, and it's when you see more of that red, it's gonna stop. So when you see the valve and you don't know if it's open or closed, go by the red color. Red means open, and it's printed. It's printed on the dial. I don't know if you see it, but it says open. So now we're gonna not call for heat. We're gonna turn the thermostat down to 60. So we're gonna turn the thermostat down to 60. So now the valve, if you hear, the valve is turning. It is turning the same clockwise to close. So when the valve is in this position, it's open, and you see here the gate opens. The stem opens, allowing the water to go in. When it's closed like that, the gate closes and doesn't let water pass through. To replace this valve, I'm gonna shut off these 2 valves. And also, and wow, they're hard. I have to use pliers, channel locks to close them. And I'm gonna go downstairs and shut the boiler off so the pump doesn't try to pump water through the system while we remove the valve, because my valves might be faulty and they might let water pass through even though it's off. I just turned my boiler off downstairs, and I had to use my channel locks to close these valves because they were too hard. Now if you look here, to remove the power head, I have to press on this tab and then turn to the back. And that comes free, and then I have to remove the head. It's gonna break, and I have to remove the guts of the valve, which are inside. I have to remove separately. It would be nice if it comes all together, but it never works that way. See, it broke. So the guts are inside, and my valve just broke. It's so rusted and old, so that's why it's not working. And I have to remove the guts. So I have to apply PB Blaster because it's gonna be so hard to remove. If you notice here, somebody attempt to repair and they use Teflon tape, which you shouldn't do that. It looks like dental floss, but I'm pretty sure it's Teflon tape. So I have to remove all these so my oil penetrates inside. I place some paper towels at the bottom because this PB Blaster stinks and you don't want to leave the residue for the tenant or the customer to smell. So if you see here, the gate is stuck inside because it's too old, it dried up. So I apply PB Blaster to remove it. And then I have to remove it, I have to pry it out with pliers, with channel locks, with a screwdriver. And if you see here, it's stuck, so I have to go in circular motions, right and left. And see, you see it right here. If you see here the gate, this was in the closed position because the openings are here. And this always breaks from the valve. You can replace this part and not the whole valve, but when your valve is 10-20 years old, it's better to replace the whole thing. So this is the old valve. If you notice here, there's 3 wires. One comes from the thermostat, and then the other one comes from the apartment next door, and then the next one, it goes somewhere else to the next apartment to feed power to it. So now here we have to pay attention what goes where so we wire correctly. So now I'm going to remove the wires. I have to depress on the tab next to the wires, and then you could use a pick or a small screwdriver. So you press and pull out. So I'm doing the red ones right now, and I have to do all of them. So I have to turn the valve to remove all the wires, but pay attention what wires go where. So I make my notes and I have a diagram that I'm going to show you later on. And pay attention to the difference between the 2 heads, and you have to match the 1 with the 1, the 2 with the 2. They're pretty similar. They're a little bit different, but pretty much they are the same. So what I'm gonna do instead of, because my new valve doesn't have push-in connectors, I'm gonna do 1/4 inch connectors. You put them in a crimp connection, and then this one I'm gonna put them in female connections because the valve already have male connections. So I'm doing the thermostat wire right now, and I'm doing, since the thermostat wire is just 1 wire, if you see I have 3 wires right there in the brown wire, and is the 18 to 22 gauge Now I'm gonna put the other 4 wires. I'm putting the 2 greens together and the 2 whites together. Since I joined both green wires. Is the equivalent of a 14 wire, so I'm using the bigger connector to connect them in each terminal. Now I put all connectors in the terminals, and now I'm gonna install the valve in the body. Now I have to jiggle and push down so the rubber seal presses against the valve and seals. Now I have it there. There's this tab right there that I have to press so the valve, when I twist it, goes in. Now I'm gonna turn the water back on and test. So that's it, we have heat. The valve works when we call for heat. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. If you like this video or if it's useful to you, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.